Feeling pretty strong after winning my way through the tournament, and I've got experience with the 5 rounds now, so I think it'll be a little better than last time.
And he got lucky because she had the worst match I've ever seen her play, and I'm now feeling a lot more confident in this match.
That might be a disadvantage because it'll be tougher to steal from questions that he knows. We'll see. We might be going for the same category on the wheel.
I think he's been very, very lucky in a few of his matches. He's gotten categories that he's good at, and his opponents have gotten categories they're bad at.
The last couple matches, I've been very lucky to go second and have the person pass on the category that I wanted. So you basically get a freebie spin or, take the category that they already picked.
He clearly does have knowledge and clearly does have skill. I'm not saying he, doesn't deserve to be here at all, but he's going like...
I need to beat Jacob because I think he's been the champ long enough, and it's time for someone else to take over the reins with the title.
He was able to give Lucas a bad category. It's just, I need to beat Zack because this belt is fucking mine, and I am not letting some Canadian pipsqueak come in and steal it from me.
Hey guys, and welcome to the official finale of the 2017 Worldwide Movie Trivia Tournament. This is a 5-round title match between the current champ, the Aussie, Jacob Blunden, and Maverick, Zack Mitchell. I am so pumped right now that, here I am, decked out in black, got the shades. Oh, and just as excited as me, my usual co-host, Kees, the Assassin Cornelisa. Dude, come on.
Zack Mitchell is 5-0. His worst performance was against me with 12 points, and ever since he has been just racking up points more and more with every match. He is very consistent, he is very knowledgeable, but on the other hand, we have Jacob Blunden, who has the all-time record. He hasn't missed a question in that last match, I believe. I thought he hit every single one, only had to go to multiple choice once, so Jacob also knows his stuff, and he always tests the questions with me, and he knows a lot of those questions that we test. So I think he also is pretty prepared. So we have two guys who are really just ready to go at it. They know their stuff. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait for it. Let's get this on the road.
Yeah, man, I could not agree more. And just to prep ourselves, because we're obviously pumped, and pump you guys up, it's time for a nice little montage done by yours truly. Hit it!
Oh, this feels good, man. I did not expect this, and I just can't tell you how awesome it feels to make it all the way. I can't wait for that title match with Jacob. That gives me a little bit of drive to beat him.
Congratulations on a dominant performance. You had him on the ropes, but he managed to come back and nearly get you. What happened there, mate? There are some people who say you shouldn't even been here. I mean, look, you're only here because Chris fucked up a question. So let's just say I'm fairly confident in my ability to win this next match. So good luck, but you ain't touching my belt.
And your winner, Maverick, Zack Mitchell! So now everybody knows.
If it was Jen or Manny, yes. Zack got lucky against Jen. I don't feel scared at all. It'll be fun. It'll be a good match.
And with that being said, come on, people, say it with me. Let's do this! We are going 5 rounds for the Worldwide Movie Trivia Belt. Introducing first, the challenger, undefeated with a record of 5 wins, no defeats. To get to this point, he has fought his way through Brett Sheridan, Kees Cornelisa, John Salvi, Lucas Sheldbach, and Jen Kemp. Give it up for Maverick, Zack Mitchell. And his opponent, the reigning, current undisputed champion of the world in his first ever title defense. Give it up for the Aussie, Jacob Blunden. And of course, he's trying to look unimpressed. All right, okay. I see how it is.
No, I just got my whiteboard to keep my score. Why do I even need that? Oh.
Well, that might have something to do with some rule changes coming up.
No, I'm this morning. I don't need to keep my score because I'm not going to get anything wrong. So.
All right.
Okay, we'll see, Jacob. You know my question writing sometimes.
All right, Hotshot. Well, let's see how well you both do. So, round 1 is going to go like this. Each competitor will be given 6 questions from 6 predetermined categories in sets of 3s. Each question is worth 1 point apiece, and there is no stealing in this round. It's like this because it's a title match. But, gentlemen, Jacob, as the champion, would you like the option of going first or second?
Going first.
You sounded very American on that. I don't know how to feel about that. And Zach, would you like Category 1 or Category 2?
Let's go Category 1.
All right. Kees, I will have you read to Jacob in Category 2 first, and I will read to Zach second in Category 1.
All right. Jacob, your first question in the category of animated. In the Lego Batman movie, right after Barbara is appointed as commissioner, who turns himself and all the other villains in to get locked in Arkham Asylum?
Joker.
That is correct for a point. Well done. Second question in the category of Oscars. Who won Best Director for The Artist at the 2012 Academy Awards?
Oh my god. He's done fuck all since. Fuck's his name.
Man, Kees, you are harsh.
It's a strength. And we go with a 5 count in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Michael Hanover something. Michael Hanover something. Oh, fuck.
Not good enough.
Not close enough. Very close.
Michelle Hazanavicius. Alright. Impossible name, I know. But then again, you claim that Oscars are your strength. Anyway, your next question...
I got close there. Sorry.
You got close.
Yeah,
That's
close.
true.
Very close.
With no cigar. In the category of 80s movies, who voiced the title character in Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Oh, who fucking voiced that?
I love it. One of the rare films by this director that I love, but...
Charles Fletcher.
I'll take it. Yeah,
we'll take it.
Charles Fleischer. Alright, well done. 2 points for Jacob.
Nice, alright. And we come over to Zach for your first question, the category of animated. What is the family name for Mulan? What is Mulan's family name?
No idea.
Oh, we're looking for Do Re Mi Fa. Fa.
Oh wow, I never would have got
Fa Mulan.
Yes. All right. For your second question, in the category of Oscars, out of the 12 it was nominated for, how many Oscars did Schindler's List win at the 1994 Academy Awards?
Out of 12?
Out of 12, how many did it win?
Seven.
Wow!
Wow, what a pull. Jesus.
I was gonna say, I think. Well, I guess Jacob's just happy that he got it. Respectful. I like that. And for your third question, in the category of 80s movies, what 80s comedy features the characters Samantha, Mike, Jake, Caroline, and Long?
16 Candles?
Wow!
Correct. Tie game.
Now I have to ask, was it Long Duck Dong that gave it away?
Yeah, I wouldn't have known it without that.
Of course. All right, Jacob, we move to your next category in comic book movies. The climax of X-Men First Class takes place on the beach of what country?
You know, I'm that rare breed that likes this movie but doesn't like super love it.
I love it.
Fair enough.
Cuba?
Nice.
That is correctly coined.
I didn't know if it was Cuba or America. Like, it was on one side of the country.
Well, it was
Cuban
the
Missile
I was
Crisis.
gonna say, it was the Cuban Missile Crisis, so.
Yeah, and that's why I was wondering if it was at that point. Yeah. Anyway.
Hey, by the way, Chris, speaking of your favorite director, in the category of movie release dates, Jacob, what Robert Zemeckis movie was released in 1997?
Boo.
Oh, 97.
And we'll go with 5,
What's that Harrison
4,
Ford piece of shit movie?
3,
Um.
2, 1. Looking
No.
for Contact.
Oh fuck! It's Contact. Dumbass.
Don't beat yourself up too much. You have one question left in this round, and it's in the category of biopics, or as some like to call it, biopics.
Mhm.
What 2015 biopic features the characters Michael Burry, Jared Bennett, Mark
The Big
Baum?
Short.
That
There
is
we
correct
go.
for a point. All right, 4-2.
I feel bad for Mark Baum, because, you know, growing up, I'm sure everyone just pronounced his name Bum as a, you know, as a joke.
A little bit like Smaug.
A little bit like Smaug. As we come over to Zach for his last 3 questions in round 1. Zach, for your 4th question in the category of comic book movies, what does the group that follows the character of Ra's al Ghul call themselves in Batman Begins?
It's like the League of Shadows.
There we
God
go.
damn it.
Nicely done.
Oh, I wasn't sure about that.
Your penultimate
It's assassins
query.
in the comic book.
It is, but, you know, Christopher Nolan has to act smarter than everyone. So, your penultimate query in the category of movie release dates. What year saw the release of movies from the following franchises? Despicable Me, Toy Story, Harry Potter, and the MCU.
2010.
There we go.
Points.
Tie game. He could take the lead right
Good.
here. For your final question in the category of biopics. What 80s biopic is about a man paralyzed in the Vietnam War who becomes an anti-war and pro-human rights activist?
Born on the 4th of July.
Takes
Wow,
the
he
lead.
takes the
5-4.
lead. Jeez.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, God.
This is a good start.
This is a great start for this title match. As we come into round 2, and it will go as such. Much like a traditional round 2, each competitor will choose a number between 1 through 10, which will pertain to either a certain movie category or personal/rivals preference. You will be given the category names ahead of time, but not the number they're associated with. And you may pick twice, but you must stick with the second option if the first one is not to your liking. You will then be given 4 questions worth 2 points apiece, though multiple choice is available for 1 point, and there is stealing in this round. Zach, because you had the lead, please, would you like to go first or second?
I'll go second.
All right, Jacob. Categories in this round are new releases, drama, James Bond, 80s, Leonardo DiCaprio, Pixar, fantasy sci-fi, and horror thriller.
I'll pick number 7.
Really? Fuck me! Yeah.
Oh, just like last time in a title match, he got rival's preference. Zach.
Last time he made it work, though.
Last time he definitely made it work.
Zach.
Oh, I wish I knew a little more about Jacob's strengths and weaknesses, but let's do horror thriller.
And that's the one you got last time as well.
Okay, this is interesting. All right, I will read Jacob his questions in this round, and Kees will read to Zach when it's his go. All right, Jacob, your first question in the category of horror thriller. Memento was based off of a short story written by whom?
Jonathan Nolan.
That's correct.
2 points.
Nicely done. Second question. In The Shallows, Nancy talks about her mother passing away recently. How did her mother die?
I know this.
You know,
I know.
even though this was
I
a
like this
shark
movie.
I stayed away from it.
I liked it.
Oh, nice.
It's an okay B movie.
I'm glad you liked
Multiple
it.
choice.
All right. A. AIDS. B. Car accident. C. Cancer. D. Heart attack.
What I'm going to say, go
Five.
cancer.
That's correct. Nicely done. All right. Third question. What 80s thriller has the tagline, "On the other side of drinks, dinner, and a one-night stand lies a terrifying love story"? This movie is every man's worst nightmare.
Oh, that's Oh, Michael Douglas and Glenn Close. Fuck, what is it?
Can go to multiples.
Fatal Attraction.
Nice.
2 points. Jeez. Wow.
So say,
Making this
Kees, you don't ever have that problem, do you?
No. No.
Well, aren't you lucky? All right, last one. The category of horror thriller. Who directed 1974's The Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Oh, you just passed away. Oh, fuck, what was his name? He just passed away, like, relatively recently, didn't he? I'm pretty sure he did. Oh, was that? No, that was the actor. Oh, no, yeah. Fuck, what's his name?
5.
Tobe
4.
Hooper.
Yeah,
That is correct for another point. 2 points. Jesus.
All right. Now, Jacob has a pretty commanding lead, a 6-point lead over Zach. So Zach's got to pull something here to catch up. But Zach, the main categories in this round are fantasy sci-fi, Leonardo DiCaprio, 80s movies, Pixar, James Bond, new releases, and drama. Please choose numbers 1 through 10, and 7 and 5 are both off the table.
Number 9.
That is the category of drama. Would you like to stick with that or go for something else?
Let's stick with that. I don't want Pixar.
Oh,
All right.
Okay, interesting.
Kees, go for it.
All right, Zach. In the category of drama, your first question. Who plays Lieutenant Dunbar in Dances with Wolves?
Oof.
Not a good movie. Definitely not.
I don't remember it.
Multiple choice.
Options are A. Graham Greene, B. Kevin Costner, C. Rodney Grant, or D. Robert Pastorelli.
Kevin Costner.
Correct.
I
1 point.
hate
Oh,
you.
seemed too easy. I thought it was a supporting character.
Oh, it's.
I almost said him right away, but
Well, it's
went-
one of those questions that just trips you up.
yeah.
Your next question in drama. What is the name of Charlie Babbitt's father who dies at the beginning of Rain Man?
Now this
Multiple.
movie I thoroughly enjoy.
Multiple choice?
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. Your options are A. Raymond, B. John, C. Sanford, or D. Leonard.
C.
That is correct for another point. Well done.
Jeez.
Your next question in the category of drama. What type of ball is Wilson in Castaway?
Volleyball.
That is correct for 2 points. Well
He
done.
can tie it up if he hits the
can
2-pointer
tie it
on this
up.
one.
All right. Last question in the category of drama. What Bond girl played Mary Magdalene in The Passion of the Christ?
Multiple choice.
Options are A. Eva Green, B. Denise Richards, C. Monica Bellucci, or D. Famke Janssen.
A.
Jacob, chance to steal.
Monica Bellucci. Monica
That is
Bellucci.
correct for
Ah,
I
steal.
wanted to say that.
That is a big steal.
Oh, that is big. 3-point difference now as we come into round 3. And it is the speed round, ladies and gentlemen. Here's how this is going to work. I have 10 questions in front of me. Each competitor will have 10 seconds to answer. And simply put, it will start with the competitor who's behind, and it goes back and forth until the end of the round. So,
I'll ask Jacob.
and then I'll ask Zach. So, the category is, gentlemen, your favorite movie release dates. We are asking for
course
the
it is.
year from the movie. I can hear Lucas Schildbach crying in the distance.
Let him cry.
All right. So, Zach, your first movie, A Clockwork Orange.
1971.
Correct
Nice.
for 8 points. Well done. Jacob. Movie is Ben Affleck's The Town.
2010.
Correct for
Nice.
points.
Zach, Donnie Darko.
2001.
Nice.
The poll. Jacob, your movie. Fast Times at Richmond High. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looking for 1982.
One.
Sorry, Jacob. All right, Zach. I'm asking for Clueless.
1995.
Nice. He's winning one now. Holy shit.
All right, Jacob, your movie is Taxi Driver.
That was 80. Hang on.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
76.
Wow.
Correct.
Last
Wow, at
second.
the last second. Jesus.
Woo, he's keeping it tense here. All right, Zach, you're second to last one. Now You See Me. In
5.
5.
2013.
Nicely done.
Damn it.
All right, Jacob, your movie is Shaun of the Dead.
Wait. Sean's the parody. 2004.
Correct.
There we go. Oh boy. Okay.
Close game.
Zach. The original Karate Kid.
Oh no.
Five, 4,
4,
3,
3,
2.
86.
Ooh,
Oh.
sorry, looking for 1984.
Why did I say that?
Jacob has the possibility to go to 16 and take a 3-point lead with Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh, oh God. Hang on, no, sorry.
5, 4,
Fuck,
3,
was 97.
2.
93.
Correct.
The year I was
wow.
born is correct. Nicely done.
Also the year. It's the year I was born.
Yeah, same year we were born. Aw, thanks,
High
Kees.
five.
High five. As we come into round 4. Here's how it's going to go. This is our betting round. I have each of these good gentlemen in separate Facebook messages, and they will send me their wager and their answer. They'll type it via text. The amount you bet is the amount you either win or lose, depending on the answer given to the question. So, gentlemen, the category in this round is Marvel movies. I'll give you about 15 seconds to give me your wager.
Out of how many points
Out
again?
of 3 possible points. All right. Okay.
And, yeah,
Now,
you got him.
the question is, and again, I am giving about 15 seconds to answer. In Captain America, the Winter Soldier, the helicarriers are updated compared to the ones in the Avengers. Which Avenger helped upgrade the tech on the helicarriers? I'm that rare breed that really likes this movie, but I don't think it's the greatest comic book movie of all time.
Same. It's a great movie, but not the best.
Definitely.
All right.
All right.
5, 4,
4,
3,
3,
2.
2, 1. All right. Now I will have Zach. I'm going to ask you to just read off your wager and your answer, and then Jacob will have you do the same, and then I'll reveal everything else. So, Zach, what was your wager and what's your answer?
I wagered 2 points and I said Iron Man.
All right.
That's 2 points.
All right. Jacob, wager and answer, please.
3 points, and I said Iron Man.
And that's
Both
3
were
points.
correct. Oh, boy. But now this just got interesting. Okay. Jacob has the chance to tie his old score.
Indeed.
As we come to the last round, round 5, the IMDb round. Each competitor will be given the year, genre, and 3 plot keywords of a given film. If they know the answer from that information alone and they guess correctly, they will receive 5 points. However, if 2 more keywords are needed, the total possible will then go down to 3 points. And if 1 last keyword is needed, the total possible then goes down to 1 point, and there is no stealing in this round.
And
So,
all of it is really irrelevant for Zach. He has to just hit it the first time. Otherwise, Jacob wins.
yep, pretty much. Jacob, for a movie that you're hoping you're not going to have to answer, please choose either movie number 1 or movie number 2.
Movie number 2.
All right. Kees, take it away.
Zach, your movie was released in the year 1980. Its genres are action, sci-fi, and adventure. And the plot keywords are general, prison, and flying.
Could you repeat all that?
Yes. Your movie was released in the year 1980. Its genres are action, sci-fi, and adventure. And the plot keywords are general, prison, and flying.
Boy, this is a familiar sight for Jacob, seeing him this nervous.
And 5.
Empire Strikes Back?
And your winner, retaining his belt, the reigning, defending champion of the world, the Aussie, Jacob Blunden. We're looking for Superman 2. All right, we're about to cut to some post-match interviews with our own Evan DeGraff, and take it away, Evan.
Wow, Zack Mitchell coming off of a loss via TKO must be kind of difficult for you. What's going on through your head at this very exact moment?
It is a little difficult because I think I made a few mistakes there and I lost some points. I should have said Kevin Costner. It seemed too easy. And the ones that really get me, my instinct was Monica Bellucci, and for Karate Kid, I wanted to say 1984. For some reason, I just went against my instinct and blurted out something else, so I think I learned my lesson to not do that again. And that Superman clue, I mean, I should have got that if I looked at the clues a little harder with the flying and the general. But I don't know those movies too well, and I just was looking at 1980 and sci-fi, and all I could think of was Empire Strikes Back. So
I do have a question that maybe you haven't realized yet, but Marvel's been a pretty good, consistent kind of thing for you in these matches, but you only decided to bet 2 points.
Right. Yeah. Marvel, for some reason, I feel like I won't do as well in Marvel. Was it MCU? Because Marvel can be...
It was Marvel movies.
Right. I should have bet 3 points there because I got it right. So that was another kind of mistake I made with the points. So it would have been a lot closer going into the final round. I think we would have been tied if I had said Kevin Costner in 1984.
Mm-hmm. There's just some. Do you think a bit of the 5-round match got to you instead of a 3-round match, a 3 or 4 round match? It was now a 5-round match, and do you think that might have affected your game?
I think so. It might have. The betting round gets tricky because there's a lot more strategy there. Once again, I was behind, so I should have bet 3 points, but I was trying to play it safe because I didn't want to fall behind for a knockout if I got it wrong.
I mean, I do have to be honest here. You have been on a heck of a run. Starting with your first match starting up against Brett Sheridan. He has a match coming up soon versus Frankie Numba's Janish. I just want to ask real quick, since that was your first ever match, how do you think Brett Sheridan's going to do against Frank?
I think he'll do pretty good. I'm rooting for Brett in that match for sure. It'll be a good match.
Awesome.
And,
I have one more question. What do you want your future to look like?
Well, maybe take it easy for the next month or two and let some new players into the league. And then hopefully I'll be back sooner than later. And just get into some more regular matches. Maybe work my way back up to another title shot. It's just good to be here and, to have made it this far through the tournament.
All right. Well, thank you, Zach. Tough match to fight. You went against the Aussie for sure. And I hope to see you around. Thanks, Zach. Throw it over to Jacob. Jacob, you Aussie bloke, you've done it again. You have defended your title, but I don't think I've seen you really this stressed in a while. What's going on through your mind? First reactions?
He played a lot better than I thought he would. I mean, look, it's Zach. It's all, Zach is a really good competitor. He played really, really well, but man, some of those answers I gave that I got wrong were just dumb answers that I should have known. I backed myself with with round 4. I went, you know what? If I'm gonna win this, I'm not. IMDb is one that I'm not always the most confident on, so I had to back myself going into round 4. And I thought I was thinking it was gonna be a lot harder of a question than that, and I started to doubt my answer, and then it seemed to be a pretty simple answer in the end, so that was good. Round 2 was just hectic. Like, that's twice now. I mean, the horror questions, they were difficult, but they weren't insane. Like Memento, that's pretty well known. The one I had to go multiple choice for, I'm pissed off about. If I had an extra 5 seconds, I probably would have gotten it, but And then, I got lucky in the fact that the director that Tobe had passed away recently. So that was in the news a lot, and I remember that one.
Do you think if you actually entered yourself into the tournament that this match wouldn't have been as stressful as it was?
Possibly, because I would have been having a bit more, I would have been a bit more relaxed going in, and I would have also been able to, keep my knowledge up and not feel so like, okay, hey, it's been 2 months since I've played. But at the same time, if I entered myself in the tournament, I would have been where Jono was, and we all saw how that went. I mean, I probably would have had the same game he had against Zabi. Zabi is an incredible competitor, and then I would have played Jen, and then I would have played like it. So I might not have been here at this point. So I'm glad I didn't go into the tournament, because that number one seed was, for what was meant to be for the number one seed meant to be the easiest way to get to the title. That was arguably the hardest way to get to the title this year. That number one seed this year was insane, and that's why we got to see, not the top four seeds not make it into the grand final, just into the final, because it was the seeding was it was hectic. I mean, we have such an amazing group in this league at the moment, and they're really starting to prove how well they are, and that was a big thing. I mean, I was fully expecting coming into this title match to be fighting Jen or Manning, and that didn't go the way it was.
No, not at all. Like, when you break it down, it just was not the way it was. I do have a question, though. The league has changed a lot since you have last defended your title. Is there anyone that you're necessarily interested in seeing the next time you have to defend your title, or is there anyone that you don't want to see when you have to go ahead and defend your title?
Like I said, the big one that I'm scared of at the moment is probably Jen. Jen is huge in just absolutely her movie knowledge. I mean, she in a different league, she did beat me, so she is someone who I would be a bit terrified of playing. That being said, there's a few other people where I kind of would be like, all right, I'm a bit worried to play them. Manning would be another one that would scare me a little bit, and of course Jono again. Like Jono is an incredible competitor, and I would like to start seeing him again in the league. But I mean, two losses back to back, that really hurt Jono's career, and I will be interested if there's the biggest person who at the moment that I would really want to play, and someone who I would really like to shut up is Lucas, but he's just not good enough to get up here. So yeah.
I do have a question, though. You started building up this bit of a heelish, super cocky type of persona throughout this tournament, dropping in and out of these matches. It seems to drop now. What's happened to you?
I've still got that cocky attitude. I've still got it. Like, I had the cocky attitude going into playing Manning. That was the story. That was the, I'm going to play Manning, and that's who I fully 100% expected to play. He was going to wipe the floor with Lucas. He was, and then it was going to be him and Jen, and I thought it would be Jen or Manning, and if it was Manning, I would be this, all right, I'm good, but I get stressed in these matches just because I overthink my answers a lot. I mean, you saw it in the taxi driver question. I was like, it's an 80s film, and then what idiot thinks Taxi Driver is an 80s film? It's 76. I mean, like, it's before Star Wars, and I just collected my thoughts, and I went, no, hang on. That movie wouldn't have been made post Star Wars, so go 76. And you collect your thoughts, and I don't do that very well in my title matches, and that's why, I'm always going to the very last point before I have to answer the question. And JTE is an awesome guy in introducing a rule. So like that's my thing of, I try and push it because I get into my own head, and I need to all right, I need to think, what is this answer, and get out of my own head.
Okay. And the last question I have for you, because that's the champion. You're in the position to sit back and actually help and run the league. What do you want out of the league by the end of the year? What do you want out of this?
The biggest thing I want is just, more interaction with the fans. I love, we just did our thing on our big charity event this weekend, and to see the amount of dedicated fans. We aren't the biggest of YouTube channels, but we have such an amazing dedicated fan base, and I love it. And that's what I want to see out of the league. It's just helping us grow and getting more dedicated fans. Yeah. People who look forward to every one of our videos and every one of this competition and really enjoy it and love all of it. And that's what that's what I'm getting a kick out of at the moment, is that we are starting to get there.
Well, thank you very much, Jacob. I thoroughly enjoyed the match. It's great to see you stressed out, because who doesn't like to see us stressed out, Jacob? With that being said, let's throw it back over to Chris.
And we're back. Wow, I honestly can somewhat say this match didn't necessarily go the way I thought. I thought Jacob was still going to win, but not by this dominating performance. Kees, final thoughts.
As you said, I did not really expect the match to go the way it went, and it still went the way it went, because just how these matches happen sometimes, it's crazy, because Jacob gets Rival's Preference in round 2, and Zack picks a category that he is comfortable with on the first time. He doesn't choose again. So it's like, you assume that Zack has the advantage, especially because he's leading after round 2. But then eventually Jacob wins it anyway, because, yeah, Zack couldn't get his IMDb movie. Too bad, but really good match by both of them. They are both really good competitors in this league, and we'll see them back, and that is going to be good.
Yeah, we definitely will. I mean, I have to throw my hat off to Zack and to Jacob, who. These are two fantastic freaking players. I was expecting nothing less than a great match, and it sucks for Zack, but the dude still has a 5-game win streak on his hands. He's still 5-1. He's still in the top 3 players that we currently have in the league. He's not going away anytime soon. Trust you me on that one. So, as we now bring in some fresh faces and see a couple returning faces come back to the ring as well, and some new rules, which, yes, after this video drops, I will be putting out a little something that explains all the new rules. And guys, for my co-host, Kees the Assassin Cornelis, I'm Chris Skywalker Doman. We'll see you guys next time. Take care!